Hello students, welcome back to the video. Today we are going to see class 8, term 2, unit 5, hazards in geography. In this, we are going to learn the meaning of hazards, disaster and catastrophe, and to describe the major type of hazards and their causes and effects, and to develop awareness regarding hazards and related prevention measures. Okay, so before going into the lesson, we'll go into short introduction of this lesson. So in the beginning of 21st century, the earth supported the human population that was healthy and wealthier than ever before. At the same time, there were a lack of awareness on the risk that faced by the people. Okay, by keeping this in mind, the present lesson of hazard is intended to familiarize the different type of hazards to promote awareness among students regarding hazards. Okay, first we will see what is hazard. What is hazard? Hazard are defined as a thing, person, event or factor that poses the threat to people, structures or economic assets and which may causes a disaster. Okay, in simple term, hazard means danger. Okay, the hazard could be either human made or natural occurrings in the environment. So here they have given the difference between hazard and risk. Hazard means hazard is something that has the potential to harm you. Risk is a likelihood of hazard causing harm. Okay, and next we are going to see the origin of the word hazard. The word hazard owes its origin to the word hazard in Old French meaning a game of dice. Okay, it is defining the dice game. So it is a French word. Okay, from hazard it changes into hazard and we are using the word for the danger. And do you know, the natural hazard is a natural process and event that is a potential threat to human life and property. The process and event themselves are not a hazard but become so because of human use of the land. And disaster, a disaster is a hazardous event that occur over a limited time span in a defined area and causes great damages to the property, loss of life, also need assistance from others. And the catastrophe is a massive disaster that requires significant expenditure of money and a long time for recovery. Okay, these are the three difference between the hazard, disaster and the catastrophe. Okay, and we will see the types of hazards. So the types of hazard is divided into based on the causes of occurrence and based on the origin. Based on the causes of occurrence, we will divide that into three types: natural hazard, human made hazard and social natural hazard. Based on the origin, it is divided into 8 types: atmospheric hazard, geological hazards, hydrological hazards, volcanic hazards, environmental hazard, biological hazards, technological hazards and human made hazards. Okay, so we'll see detail about these things. First we'll go into the basis of the causes of occurrence. First in that is natural hazards. There are the result of natural process. These are the results of natural process. For examples, earthquake, flood, cyclonic storms, drought, landslides, tsunamis and volcanic eruption. So all these are natural hazards. Okay, it is coming naturally without any human involvement. And next is human made hazard. These are caused by undesirable activities of human. Such hazards can be disturb the safety, health, welfare of people and causes damage or destructions to property. Okay, like war, or the hazards like exploits and the pollution and all. Next we'll go to socio-natural hazard. These are caused by the combined effect of natural forces and misdeeds of humans. Example, cutting of trees and landslide, and also this type of the image, in the image you can see the plant which is having root inside the river. By cutting off that, the flood overflows to the cities. Okay, and next we'll go into basis on the origin. So first in that is atmospheric hazard. So atmospherical hazard, we are facing cyclonic storms, flooding, drought, and wildfire. Wildfire is nothing but wind and lightning. Okay, so all this is a atmospheric hazard. So next is geological, that is earthquake, tsunami, and landslide. Okay, and next is hydrologic hazard, flood, drought, coastal erosions, and storm surges. And next is volcanic hazards. So volcanic hazards, we know that it is a very danger, and it is eruptions and the lava flows. And next is environmental hazards, is purely that we are polluting the soil, air, and water. So due to that, we are getting the environmental hazard. We are polluting all this, and we are getting unwanted disease and infections by this, by our mistake, that we are polluting the air, soil, and water. And next is biological hazard. Biological hazard is nothing but we are getting like chickenpox, smallpox, or AIDS, and the killer bees. Okay, and next is about technological hazards. Technological hazard material in incidents, fire, infrastructure failure, that is while building the bridges, tunnels, dams, nuclear and radiological accidents. And next is human induced hazard. In this, terrorism, bomb blast, war, transportation accidents. So this all the things which we are this all the things is comes under the based on their origins. Okay, so these are the hazards. We are dividing into two types. One is based on the causes of occurrence, and one is based on the causes of their origin. In that, based on the causes of occurrence, we are dividing that into three: natural hazards, human-made hazards, and socio-natural hazards. And based on the origin, it is divided into 8 types: atmospheric hazard, geological hazard, hydrological hazard, volcanic hazard, environmental hazard, biological hazard, technological hazard, and human-induced hazards. Okay, and next we are going into major hazards in India. In this, first we will go into earthquake. An earthquake is the result of a sudden release of energy in the earth crust that creates seismic waves. The seismic activities of an area refer to the frequency, type, and size of earthquake experienced over a period of time. For example, if you throw stone in a pond of still water, series of waves are produced on the surface of water. These waves spread out into all directions from the point where the stone strikes the water. Similarly, any sudden disturbance in the earth crust may produce a vibration in the crust which travels in all directions from the point of disturbance. Okay, so the image, it is a pond. We are throwing a stone in between the still water, and while putting the stone, we will be getting the waves like this. Likewise, we are getting the waves of earthquake. And next, so this is the seismic zones of India, and they have given this into zone 1, zone 2 to zone 5, and that is divided into the level of risk. So zone 5 comes under very highly risk areas, and zone 4 is risk areas, zone 3 moderate, and zone 2 is lower risk area. Okay. Okay, next we are going to see about flood. Flood is an event in which a part of the earth's surface gets inundated And heavy rainfall and large waves in seas are the common causes of flood. Okay, the major causes of the floods are meteorological factors, physical factors, and human factors. Meteorological factors like heavy rainfall, tropical cyclones, and cloudbursts, and physical factors like large catchment area, inadequate drainage arrangements, and human factors like deforestation, faulty irrigation practice, faulty agriculture practice, collapse of dams, and acceleration urbanization. Okay, the following map shows the major flood prone areas in India. So the areas which are marked in the blue color are mentioned as the flood prone areas like Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, North Bengal, West Bengal, and Brahmaputra valleys are the major flood prone areas in North and Northeast India. The coastal Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and southern Gujarat are the other region which are also prone to flood often. Okay, so next title is about cyclonic storms. So this a cyclonic storm is a strong wind circulating around a low pressure area in the atmosphere, that is rotating in anti-clockwise direction in northern hemisphere and clockwise in the southern hemisphere. Tropical cyclones are characterized by destructive winds, storm surges, and exceptional levels of rainfall, which may cause us floodings. Wind speed may reaches up to 200 km per hour, and rainfall may recorded up to 50 centimeter per day for several consecutive days. Okay, the sudden rises of seawater due to tropical cyclone is called storm surges. Okay, this areas which will be affected by the cyclonic storms in coastal east coastal areas like North Odisha and West Bengal, Andhra Pradesh, and in Tamil Nadu, Nagapattinam and Kadalur district are the frequent affected areas, and in the western coast areas like Maharashtra, Harani, and South Gujarat, and in the coastal belt around the Gulf of Cambay. Okay, these are the places which will be affected by this cyclonic storms. Okay, next we'll go to see the droughts. A lack of water to satisfy the normal needs of agriculture, livestock, industries, or human population may be termed as a drought. The lack of water which cannot satisfy the human needs or agriculture purpose, the industrial purpose, that area is called as, that area is belong to the drought area. And the major types of the droughts are meteorological droughts, hydrological drought, and agriculture drought. So this meteorological drought, it is a situation where there is a reduction in rainfall for a specific period below a specific level. And hydrological drought, it is associated with reduction of water in streams, rivers, and reservoirs. It is of two types: surface water drought and underwater drought. In agriculture drought, it refers to the conditions in which the agriculture crops get affected due to lack of rainfalls. Okay. Droughts in India occur in the events of the failure of monsoon. Generally, monsoon rainfall is uneven in India. Some areas receive heavy rainfall while other regions get moderate to low rainfall. The area which experience low to very low rainfall are affected by drought. Okay. And next is about landslides. So landslides is a rapid downward movement of rock, soil, and vegetation down the slope under the influence of gravity. Landslides are generally sudden and infrequent. Presence of slip slope and heavy rainfall are the major causes of landslide. Weak ground structure, deforestation, earthquake, volcanic eruptions, mining, constructions of road and railways over the mountain are the other causes of landslides. Okay, so the causes of landslides are heavy rains, earthquake, volcanic eruptions, floods, groundwater changes, rapid snow melt, and next we are going to see about tsunami. Tsunami refers to huge ocean waves caused by an earthquake, landslide, or volcanic eruption. It is generally noticed in the coastal regions and travel between 640 and 960 km per hour. and tsunami pose serious dangers to the inhabitants of the coastal areas. And the word tsunami is derived from Japanese word tush means harbor and nami means wave. So harbor, wave. In India, we got tsunami in 2004, December 26 at 7:59, an undersea earthquake with a magnitude of 9.1 struck off the coast of the Indonesia island of Sumatra, and the tsunami kills at least 225,000 people across a dozen countries, which Indonesia, Sri Lanka, India, Thailand, Somalia, and Maldives sustained massive damages due to this huge ocean waves that is called tsunami. Okay, and next we'll see about the hazardous waves. The waves that may are trend to cause adverse health effects on the ecosystem and human beings are called hazardous waste. That means a waste will be affected, which will be affected the humans or the economical systems. Okay, the environmental. The following are the major hazardous waste: radioactive substance, chemicals, medical waste, flammable waste, explosives, household hazardous waste. Okay, the radioactive substance like the tools and unused fuel pipes of nuclear power plants, which will affect the human and the environment, and the chemicals like inorganic metals, salt, acid and base, and flammable and explosives, and medical waste like hypodermic needles, bandages, and outdated drugs, and flammable like unorganic solvent, oils, etc., and explosives, the waste resulting from ordnance manufacturing and some industrial gases. Household hazardous waste like waste oil, automobile batteries, and household batteries too. And next we'll see about the pollutions of air. So we know that air is a mixture of several gases. Air is essential for life. Without it, we not survive, isn't it? So in this, the main gases are nitrogen. It has 78.9% for farming productions, such as fertilizers for plants and for making the air intake. Oxygen we are having 20.9, carbon dioxide we are having 0.03, and everything else, that is other gases like noble gases, methane and sulfur dioxide. Okay, so all these gases are mixed and we are getting the gases, we are getting the oxygen. So in this, air pollution is a contaminations of the indoor or outdoor air by the range of gases and solids that modify its natural characteristics and percentage. Air pollution can be categorized into primary and secondary things. Okay, secondary pollutions. The primary pollution is an air pollution emitted directly from the source, and the secondary pollution is not directly emitted as such, but forms when other pollutions reacted in the atmosphere. Okay, the primary pollutions like oxides of sulfur, oxides of nitrogen, oxides of carbons, etc. Okay, the secondary is ground level ozone and smog. Okay, and next we'll see about the pollution of water. So here the water pollution may be defined as alterations in the physical, chemical and biological characteristics of water, which may cause harmful effects in human and aquatic life. In India, water pollution has been taken place on the large scale, and since a large period, both surface and the groundwater bodies are polluted in the great extent. The major causes of water pollution are urbanization, industrial effluents, sewages, agriculture runoff, and improper agriculture practice, seawater intrusions, and solid waste. Okay, so we have to prevent something. We have to take the prevention. Okay, what are the prevention here? So prevention is defined as the activity taken to prevent a natural calamity or potential hazards from having harmful efforts on either people or economic assets. So here the prevention planning consists of hazard identification and vulnerability assessment. and if delayed actions may increase the economical losses. For developing countries like India, prevention is perhaps the most critical components in managing disasters. So we know that Indian government is taking many precautions during this time, right? We crossed two cyclones, so the government has taken precaution to save the peoples and the economical losses, isn't it? So before closing the lesson, we'll see the recap of this lesson. We know that hazard are defined as a phenomenon that poses a threat to people, structure, or economic assets, and which may cause disaster. And there are three types of hazards, namely natural hazards, human-made hazards, and socio-natural hazards. Natural hazards are earthquake, flood, cyclonic storms, drought, landforms, tsunami, volcanic eruptions, etc. And human-made hazards are explosions, hazardous waste, pollution of air, land, and water, and dam collapse, wars, and civil conflicts, terrorism, etc. Socio-natural gases are caused by the combined effects of natural forces and misdeeds of human. Okay, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching this video.